So let's come back to Imo State. Now, I want to start by saying, what is your understanding of Imo State and the problem that is inherent in it that has been a reoccurring decimal? And what do you think you can offer Andimo in resolving that particular problem that you will identify?
Imo State used to be a peace loving state, conducive enough to attract visitors and investors alike. But today, the greatest challenge facing Imo State is insecurity. We sleep in fear, wake up in fear, walk in fear. There's that fear mentality as if we're under siege. This must be a priority that must be tackled. And coming from the background and from the military, I compare with other contestants, I hold very strong credentials to tackle the insecurity in Imo State. Because without security, nothing will function.
Yeah, but how do you want to do that? Are you willing to negotiate with the troublemakers? Are you going to, what is it? You sound as if you hold the magic wand. How are you going to do it?
Every conflict in the world, whether World War II, World War One, Arab-Israeli conflict, Biafran civil war, the problem in the Niger Delta was not solved by guns, threats, bullets. Everything was solved on the negotiating table. There is a package for resolving conflict, and that package is negotiation, pacification, and reintegration. And I believe that if we apply this package on our own sons and daughters who don't hold extreme ideological views, we would have solved the problem halfway. Another area is borders on criminality. There are layers we use in solving that. If you come in today, the local government system in Nigeria, especially in Imo State, is non-existent. And the first tier of security architecture is at the local government areas, where you have the local government closer to the people. When you be able to tackle such and make sure that the local governments are operating optimally, half of the insecurity in the state will be resolved. So I've said many times over that if I'm elected governor of Imo State, within 6 months, there will be credible, fair local government elections. Also, what is accruable to the local government will go directly to the local government. The state government will only monitor to make sure that the local government, utilizes what comes to them, evenly among the areas they are governing. One, any local government can say you don't have immunity. So anything you do, honestly, you will be called to question. So that is an area of tackling insecurity. And also, in my manifesto, I drew up key performance index. And in drawing the key performance index on insecurity, what I put that is from January to June, you will hold credible local government election. After 9 months, you will have a free and safe Imo State that insecurity would have been reduced to a minimum. And over time, Imo State will be safe again.
From the things you have said, you obviously have rated security as your highest priority for Imo State. Now, do you think the current governor is not doing those things you intend doing? You talked about negotiating. Do you think he's not negotiating with those causing havoc and mayhem in Imo State? What is it you think you can do different from what he's currently doing?
If he's doing that, I don't think we would have been in this state. Every person would have known that. I've made presentations on insecurity in South is the way forward. One of the first things I talked about was the so-called Ebubaka. I called it an illegal outfit because it did not pass through legislation of the State House of Assembly to give it life. You don't know the commanders. You don't know they don't have an office, no form of identity, either vehicle or identity cards. And in summary, I called it a militia group. And what do militia groups do? They kill, they destroy, they maim. So if he's doing enough, I don't think we'll be in this state we are today, insecurity-wise.